Everyone, welcome back to the Brawn Body YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be showing you the dumbbell bench press and dumbbell bench press variations. So to start, you clearly are going to need a little bit of room and space around you. You're going to need dumbbells, and if you're in a gym, you can find these at the dumbbell racks. They're usually in front of mirrors, and there's usually benches like the one I'm on right now in that area. So in the gym, most of this stuff should be set up pretty well for you in advance. At home, again, dumbbells, bench, space. So this exercise is going to target your pectoralis major, your anterior deltoid, and your triceps brachii, specifically the lateral and medial heads, because the long head crosses the shoulder joint and helps to extend the shoulder joint. Now, with that, there's also a variety of other muscles that are going to be active depending on which variation you do. If you do a single arm variation, you're going to have more core activation. If you do a decline bench press, you're going to put more emphasis on the lower portion of your pectoralis major, and a incline bench press or a reverse grip dumbbell bench press is going to emphasize the upper portion of your pectoralis major a little more. There's a variety of other muscles that are also active to help you during this exercise. Your upper back muscles, such as your posterior deltoid, your middle trapezius, rhomboids, and lats, will all be active synergistically to help you pull the weights down and pinch your shoulder blades together into the bench. Doing this gives you a more stable platform to push from. Now, another muscle, kind of in your core area, called the serratus anterior, is also active to help you drive forward. This muscle protracts your shoulder blades, and it's going to be responsible especially for that last push and lockout with your triceps. So with that, let's get into this exercise. So I've got my dumbbells. I like to grab my dumbbells from a lunging position and then stand up. This way I can assure that I'm using my legs to stand up and I'm not lifting the weight with my back. I've got my dumbbells up on my legs, and from here I just slide back and slowly lean back and then bring the dumbbells with me. I'm going to keep my head on the bench at all times. I'm going to push the dumbbells up. From here, my feet are going to be driven into the floor. I'm going to slowly and controlled lower the weight down, touch my chest, and then push back up. Now, if you notice, I'm keeping my elbows tucked in towards my side. I'm not letting them go way out here. The reason for that is your pectoralis major and your lats, which we said were both active when we're doing these dumbbell bench presses, are involved in adducting your shoulder. That means they pull the shoulder in towards your side, like so. So to increase their activation, we want to keep the elbows tucked in like I'm doing right there. That increased activation obviously is going to emphasize those muscles more. It's also a safer position to bench press with your elbows close in as opposed to way out here. This tends to be a very dangerous position. In this position, anatomically, what are we seeing? 90 degrees of abduction, and when we're benching back, we might even get a little bit of rotation. Believe it or not, the main mechanism for an anterior shoulder dislocation is 90 degrees of abduction plus external rotation. So just to avoid that, especially if you have any kind of issues with shoulder subluxation or instability, we're going to keep the elbows tucked in. Now, if you notice, I started showing my wrists normal, and then I turned my wrists to more of a neutral position. There's a variety of different ways you can grip the dumbbells when you're doing the pressing. And I think I showed this, or talked about this in our little intro there. So when I'm back in bench pressing, normally we have this overhand kind of grip, like we would be gripping a barbell. Now, you can use a neutral grip, like so, as if you're going to do a hammer curl, to increase the shoulder friendliness of the exercise, I'll say. It's a lot easier on your shoulder joints and more smooth and efficient to press in a neutral position. You could also do a reverse grip position. This tends to be pretty challenging for most people, but as I said, this is going to emphasize the upper pecs. Now, there's a variety of other variations of the dumbbell bench. So I'm going to lay back down. We can alternate between sides. So we have an alternating dumbbell bench press. Okay, now I'm alternating each rep, but you can also hold one and rep out the other and then switch. You can also drop one dumbbell and do a single arm dumbbell press. And then when you're done, switch sides. You can also, of course, wait, there's more. You can vary the angle of the bench. You can set it to a decline, so now you're leaning down and back, or you can set it to an incline, so now when you press, you're more upright. Now these are some of the basic variations of the dumbbell bench press, and there's a variety of other variations. You can add resistance bands, you can press from the floor. The possibilities are really endless with your creativity and exercises such as the dumbbell bench press. But this is our general overview and how-to for how to do the basic dumbbell bench press. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Please make sure you like and subscribe and check us out on social media at Brawn Body, Brawn with a W. Thanks for watching.